life is too short that when the music's playing and you're working and you're together and one person just wants to stop and have a dance off, who knows, whatever, and just have fun for a minute, then you stop and you do that, And since that day, though, she hasn't helped me with one project, not even one. All right, we're back. Episode 3. It's me and Amanda. So I'm still not good with getting everything recorded and finding time to do it all. We are busy. We have jobs. We have a lot of other stuff going on. Really not a ton, but enough that it makes us not have time to, be able to come in here and find Calvin the time to calm down because he's an insane dog. So that also has to be arranged to where we know that he's going to be calm while we're trying to do this. But here we are. It's Saturday. We've been recording on our days off.
Sunday.
Huh?
It's Sunday.
Today's Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Huh. Well, I thought it was Saturday. And we'd been recording on days off, or days we worked, and then today, we're off, and I knew that we needed to get in here and do it. But today we've been trying to think of topics all week and think, what can we talk about? Like, do we want to go this direction, that direction? Like, just try to decide that. And so we thought about talking about just, our pet peeves with each other, if you say. What does Amanda do that aggravates me, or what do I do that aggravates her? Or, in general, just kind of what can be some of the, issues or problems that can come up in relationships. And then also, like, when you're, also adding in the fact that you have 2 alcoholic addicts in the mix that already have, personality and, thinking issues, it can be pretty complex, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, we both have very strong personalities, but they're very different personalities.
Right.
So that added into the mix of it is always like, how do we not butt heads or whatever? But it's the little things that we're going to talk about today that are...
Right, which, with us, the little things can turn into big things. I think that's with any relationship. Like, the wife gets mad at her husband for not putting the toilet seat down. And, of course, it's so little one time, but then I'm sure that, when it happens over and over and over and over and over again, that there's a day where maybe she's in a bad mood, or maybe, he's done something else, and then she just kind of loses it and is like, what is wrong with you?
Well, we have separate bathrooms, so we don't have that issue anymore.
We do, since the boys, we have 3 full bathrooms, and so I use 2 of them for different reasons. I have one that I use, we use that for Calvin to give him his bath, but then I use it, and then I have the upstairs bathroom that I use. And then Amanda just took over our bathroom in the bedroom, and I'm not even allowed to use it anymore. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of the night, I just don't even get up to use the bathroom anymore because I'm afraid she's going to yell at me if I use her bathroom and don't walk all the way downstairs. That's a pet peeve right there.
Well, that's not why I would yell at you. He will get out of the bed, throw the covers so dramatic, crawl onto my side of the bed to get out. I don't know why you do that. And then get out. Everybody's awake now. Calvin's awake. I'm awake. We're all awake.
Right. I mean, that's not true, but I literally will, quiet as a mouse and soft as a feather, slide out of the bed because we have a memory foam mattress. So I will slide out of the bed and I will tiptoe around the room. I won't even put on my house shoes because I'm trying to be quiet. The only thing you're going to hear is my feet sticking to the floor probably a little bit. The problem is when I do it, I either step on a toy of Calvin's that then it's like stepping on a Matchbox car or Legos, or I step on a squeaker toy that goes squeak, and then everybody's awake. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just trying to use the bathroom.
You've never had a quiet as mouse moment in your life.
Yes, I have.
No, you have not.
I'm quiet a lot.
No, you haven't. You're either talking or doing something distracted on your phone. Like, let's just talk about the amount of groups you're in that you always have to comment in. Like, it's endless.
Well, I comment to people to share my wealth of knowledge about whatever topic is they're talking about.
Anything new, gadget-wise, if he's considering getting it or gotten it or he just wants to someday, he's going to join a group. And then he's going to endlessly comment to every post that's made in that group.
No, that's not true. That's not how I do it. If a new gadget comes out and I do join a group, then I'm not just going to comment about stuff I don't know about, but once I've got it or I know about it and somebody's like, hey, how does this function work? I will comment in there. Or if it's like a, sports related group or something and somebody comments something really stupid, then I'll comment and be like, that's, apples to oranges. Like that doesn't, relate to this topic.
So he is the biggest researcher on the planet. So if you're getting a new product, it's great because he's going to research it. He's going to know everything about it. It's kind of embarrassing because we'll go into the store to get it or check it out. And he's going to know more about that product than literally anybody that works there, because he has done his research. So, he'll still ask the questions. He'll ask all of these questions, but the salesperson won't be able to answer any of the questions. But he already knows the answers because he's done all the research. So then he goes and joins these groups, and he also knows more than everybody in the group. And
no, that's not true. Sometimes
it's constantly
they know
coming
more
out.
and I learn.
Like, we will be laying there at night watching TV, and you'll see him on his phone, like rapid fire. And I'll be like, who are you talking to? And he'll be like, oh, just post it in a group. Like,
yeah, she says it's like Kermit the Frog or something.
Like
I guess there's a meme
where, he's like really like going about it.
But I just like to know things. I don't like to be in conversations that I don't know about. That doesn't make a lot of sense to join a conversation where you don't know anything about the topic at hand.
Oh, but you would. You would.
I would not join a conversation if I didn't know anything. I will join conversations about random stuff. I'll talk to people about anything, but I'm not going to purposely join a conversation and then not know anything about the topic. But I just think I think information's important. I think knowing about things are important. I think whether it's, wildlife, animals, technology, gadgets, stocks, guns, knives, shoes.
So, but it is great that he knows about all these products that we get, or if he's like wanting to get me something, like he's going to know everything about it. It's great in that aspect that he's done his research. He knows the best to get for what our needs are. It is also super frustrating because he will follow behind and tell you exactly the optimal way that you should be using whatever it is.
Right. Why would you not want to take the full advantage of a product if you have it, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense. If you have a phone or something and it does a lot of really cool stuff, why would you just want to do 5 of the 10 really cool things?
Maybe I just want to.
It's like having a amusement park and you only have half the map, so you're only able to ride half the rides when you're there. Why would you not want to ride the other half?
It's like with the Instant Pot. You were so dead set on that, even though you don't cook.
I do cook, I'm just not allowed.
That it was going to be the revolutionary product for the kitchen. You were so dead set on it. Like it was going to change our lives. Like the research was done. We were getting this.
Should have.
We get it, and it's a lot. Like, I like to push a button, turn a knob, and it's done. Like, I like a crock pot. I like to turn the little dial to low or high.
Yeah, but that's
And
so
be done.
outdated.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you could now just hit a button that says roast beef.
Yeah, but it does not work that way. Like, there's like 20 different steps. There's all these different settings.
No.
All the different things that you have to do just to get it to work. And then it's got the little thing that you got to like push and it's like, shh.
Yeah, because you ever used a pressure cooker?
Yes, and they're terrifying.
Yeah, but as long as you do it right, then there's nothing that can go wrong.
It's terrifying that it's going to explode. Thank you.
On a pressure cooker, we called them jiggers.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. So we used it like twice, and into the cabinet it went.
So I've bought her, because I think we said on another episode that she banned me from the kitchen when we bought this house.
I did.
And so I've bought her every new kitchen appliance that there is. She's got a brand new refrigerator, stove, dishwasher, sink. And microwave. So every kitchen appliance. And then I've bought her every kitchen gadget that you can buy. She has a juicer, an Instapot. She has a Blackstone griddle for the kitchen. She has several big, nice blenders. I have a snow cone machine. That's the only thing I'm allowed to use and make in the kitchen is a snow cone, because that's, I guess, my level of expertise.
No. This leads back to other pet peeves. He will drag everything in the kitchen out. And when he talks about that snow cone maker, he has at least 27 different flavorings. What do you call them? The syrups. They're endless. There's an entire cabinet dedicated just to those. So when he's in snow cone mood, they're all drug out. We do not have a big kitchen. We have a very small kitchen. Like, it is a one-person kitchen.
I disagree.
They're everywhere. And then the stuff is everywhere. I just can't look at all that. I just can't. And then, he'll open a cabinet. He cannot close doors.
I'm perfectly capable to close doors. I had to close doors. And if it were true that I didn't close doors, she doesn't close drawers. Every night when I go into the kitchen, there's 2 drawers open, the knife drawer and the oven mitt drawer. Mm-hmm. They're both open, and I push them closed every night, and I never say a word because I am a good husband.
You say something every night. You'll be like, well, Calvin, let's close these drawers since Mom can't do it.
Yeah, I say it to Calvin. I don't say it to you. But so this was just the start. And also I wanted to say in that last episode when I told Amanda that good wives wash doors, I'd like to go into that a little further too.
Let's talk about that one.
So several years ago when we bought this house, I can't remember the exact story. Amanda probably can, but she's probably going to get it wrong.
Yep.
So our kind of roles, I don't know if there's traditional roles that people think, like from the 1950s. My great granny and grandpa, they, my grandpa took care of the farm and he fed the animals and worked and did all that. And my granny would cook. But, as I got older, my grandpa would cook too. He would cook me breakfast every morning and get up with me. But my granny would cook every day. And then she would sweep and do the chores. And so, in our house, when we bought this house, before we bought this house, when we were living in the apartments, I had realized, Amanda doesn't really like to clean house.
Okay, so first of all, he says it like that. Like,
our house isn't dirty. I'm not saying that.
Our house isn't dirty. I do the laundry. I do the dishes. I do all of that stuff. But he is going to do some stuff too. Like, we don't have to mow our yard. Like, there's not a lot of, like, we don't have a farm where he's got to go out and take care of the cattle every day and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Right, true.
And your grandparents, like, I grew up with grandparents where my grandpa swept the floors every day. He vacuumed. It was his thing. He loved it. My granny lived that life. Like, he was going to go around every day vacuuming up those floors.
I mean, I like it. I like it too because my grandparents had concrete floors, so no carpet. And so I would sweep for my granny all the time too. But I do the sweeping here. I have several brooms. I have a bunch of dust mops of varying sizes, 8-inch Swiffers with the exchangeable pads too.
Also, he researched all those too, so just so we're clear.
And then I have, 12-inch wide pads, and then I have like big 18-inch microfiber pads for like dust mopping and stuff. And they are great. They pick up hair and dust real easy. And then you just take them and I just kind of brush them off into the trash can, and then I'll take a vacuum, like a handheld, and vacuum them. And then you can just throw them in the washer. So they're great for like wood or concrete floors or something like that, linoleum tile. They're really good for that. And then I have a bunch of vacuums. I have a Dyson Ball, I have a DeWalt, I have some Sharks. I have Amanda bought me a power like Bissell spin mop thing.
And they're all great products. I don't use them, but they're great.
Oh,
and
then
you
I
know
have
how
the
much
handheld
research I
vacuum.
did for any of those?
How much?
I read a couple of reviews and saw that they were
that's
good.
But that's not okay.
And you loved them.
Yeah,
and
but
did you join a Dyson group? I bet you're in a Dyson group, aren't you?
I don't know, honestly. But reviews can be misleading. People buy views. Sometimes they're not real. Sometimes they're test products.
If it says verified purchaser.
Well, that is true.
And then I just go to the store and buy it. I'm not having to ask any questions. I just load that sucker up in the basket and going straight on home.
Right. But, it's also like get good value on things. So I would rather make sure if I'm buying something, I want to get the best deal on it also, But what I was saying is I have all these different vacuums, and I love using them for very different purposes, which depending on what I'm doing. But Calvin sheds a lot. We didn't realize that when we got him that he was going to shed a lot, and his hair's white. So I'm always having to do that. And I also clean the bathrooms. I clean the toilets, and then sometimes we do have a house cleaner come and clean the house. But Amanda's also picky.
That's like once a year. It is not really a thing for us.
No, it's
do
like
not
a deep
think
clean.
that like that's the life.
No,
we live.
we're not like
we do not have that. Like
we don't have house.
It's
cleaners.
like once a year. It's a treat, and it gives me horrendous anxiety.
Yeah, they'll come in and do like the baseboards and like the deep clean stuff that we don't get to all the time. But Amanda's like, I don't want them in the bedroom. I don't want them by my bed. I don't want them here. I don't want them there. And I'm like, well, what the hell are they coming to clean then?
Exactly.
Like what are they coming to clean? But after they're gone, every time she's like, oh my goodness, we should do this every week.
Good. It does feel so good. But
yeah, because they're really
to
good.
be fair, I just certain spaces are just my space. Like I don't want other people in them. But you are also the person that thinks that people are going to come in and they're going to like put away, like organize all your stuff and all that. I know there's people that do that, but
well, yeah, that's what I need and I want somebody that comes in and organizes the house.
But for what? For you just to go back and disorganize it?
No, I'm not going to. If it gets organized, then I won't disorganize it. That's why, like, I paid a kid last year to come and organize my garage. And Amanda's like, you're never going to find stuff. I'm like, yes, I will, because he'll put stuff with like stuff. Like if he finds a 10 millimeter wrench, well, he's going to look, oh, there's the other wrenches. Oh, there's a 9 and 11. Well, the 10 goes in the middle of those.
That's just too much for me. That just is not.
It's not too much. And then he stacked on my shelves in the garage, like with all my car cleaning supplies. Well, he's going to put the car cleaning supplies that's over in that corner with those. He's going to combine everything and put it where it looks like they go. But with the washing the door, I don't know. We were in an argument, something, and I told Amanda,
so
good wives wash doors.
Here was the argument. He wanted, this leads to another pet peeve, but on days off, I do not want to be bothered. I don't want to really have to do anything. Like I try to do some meal prep for the week. I try to like take care of the like laundry, the bed stuff, all of that stuff on days off. But I mostly just want to lay there and watch TV or read a book. And Johnny likes to jam them up with a bunch of stuff, which turns into a bunch more stuff. So on this particular day, Johnny is wanting to turn some music on and clean the house. Okay. So I'm tired. Like it's my day off. I don't want to do that. If you want to turn some music on and clean, let's do it before work one day or something. Like
yeah, but who wants
solution.
to clean?
But
before work.
We get into a bit of a argument, and he's talking about that he does this and he does that, and who's going to do it if I don't do it, and all this stuff. Well, then he's talking about the front door. And
because our front door, hold on, let me say this. Our front door is black, and then it has windows in it, and those windows has like a little frame, like trim around it, and you can tell it was glued on. So is that heat has got it's caused that glue to kind of drain from that crack, and I can clean it and wipe it, and it'll continue just happening.
So, but then he makes the statement that good wives wash doors.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of good wives that do wash doors. I wasn't saying that she was a bad wife because she doesn't wash doors. I was just saying that really good wives do wash doors. That was it.
No. So, all that to say, I have not and still will not. Like, we will be 80 years old, and you're still going to be washing that door. Because well, I'm
not washing the door anymore. But also, sometimes I just want some help. I think everybody would agree. Who likes turning on music in their house, turn the music on, and just cleaning away and getting the job done, or just turning music on while you're doing a project in the garage, or just listening to music while you're doing anything. Music is the best medicine for the human body and mind, in my opinion. So when I like to go,
disagree, but we could, go for a ride and get a cheeseburger and turn the music up.
Yeah, but she yells at me when I turn the music up loud. She says, "Turn the music down. Turn that down. It's too loud."
Because I just don't like it. Like when we're just at home. I just don't like it.
You don't like it when we're in the truck? And I try to roll the windows down and be like, let's have a nice breezy ride on a Sunday afternoon with the music up. And she's like, no, turn that down.
The only time that you get an argument about the windows being down is like if we have to go to work because it's going to mess my hair up. Any other time I usually have on a ball cap. Like it's not going to mess my hair up.
No, that's not true. I disagree.
It is true.
But also, what was I going to say? So let's talk about too, like when we bought this house, the downstairs 2 rooms had carpet in them. That was it. And it was bad. And so we had decided before we ever moved in, we would replace those and lay,
like the laminate hardwood.
Like hardwood, fake hardwood, whatever you call it. So we went and bought it. We tore up the carpet, just me and Amanda. Mm-hmm. Like we were doing amazing. And we tore up the carpet, and then we had music going, and we were, I was like, okay, I'm cutting it, and you're kind of laying it over there.
I know what you're going to talk about. This was before we got in that room to start, because you didn't ever come in there again. You never helped me get the carpet out of that room, out of my workout room, because I had the music playing. I was trying to have a little cute moment. Neil Diamond was playing. Like, I was just trying to have a little fun moment. And you, what?
I yelled at you.
You said, we did not have time for this. We have so much to do. Blah, blah, blah. So I go downstairs in this room. I start yanking at the corners of the carpet, and I get every inch of that carpet pulled up. I get it rolled up. I'm flipping this carpet over my shoulder and dragging it out.
Yeah, she wouldn't let me help her after that at all. She would yank that carpet. She was throwing stuff. All because I kind of yelled at her over, hey, we have stuff to do here, Like, and I look back on it, and I regret that moment because life is too short that when the music's playing and you're working and you're together and one person just wants to stop and have a dance off, who knows, whatever, and just have fun for a minute, then you stop and you do that, And since that day, though, she hasn't helped me with one project. Not even one. I'll say, hey, will you go out and sit in the garage with me while I work on this? Hey, I'm building this a nightstand for you. You want to come out here with me while I paint it? No. Hey, I'm painting the bottom of the jet ski with the epoxy. You want to come help me? No. You want to just come and sit in the garage in the vicinity of me while I work? No.
Well, I mean, because honestly, just none of that is appealing. But the house did get done.
The rooms did get done. They're nice. It's,
We went right on about it. We laid every bit of that flooring.
We did.
We ended up having some fun in the meantime.
But I think that Amanda thinks now, because I would still rather do most projects myself because of how much labor cost is to hire a professional. Amanda is like, well, we can just pay somebody to do it. We don't have time. And I'm still like, well, I'll find the time. I would rather pay myself to do it and save that money and spend that money on something else than to pay somebody else to do most things.
And that makes sense for me too. But we do not have
I don't think it does make sense.
A ton of extra time. We don't. And how you operate, like I said about the research, like we're about to start a project. He's going to spend a couple solid weeks researching it and know everything there is to know, go in on expert mode, and then we're going to start the project. There's going to be hiccups in the project, and it's going to take 7 months instead of 1 month.
That is not true.
So for me, I would rather it just get done. Like, if it's something that has to get done, like if it's just a, like aesthetic kind of thing, then whatever. But, since we moved in, he's been like griping about our decks. They've got to be done. They've got to be done. Amanda, you just don't understand. They're not safe. They've got to be done. And every year he would start testing this little deck that we have off of our garage, little tiny like step of a deck. And he got like 4 boards done, 4 boards like painted, and the weather never cooperated. Like it was never a thing. Like literally, we've lived here, 5 years?
5 years right now.
So we've lived here 5 years, and that was every summer, every spring you would start that about the deck and how it's just not even safe.
I didn't say it wasn't safe yet. I said it would get not safe.
You finally this year decided, to get some help. Our deck is, pretty much done now. We've still got a couple things that we've got to do to the bottom one, but it's done. It's safe again.
The top, so our back, you go out our back door, and we have one deck that's 30 foot by 10 foot wide. So it's a big deck. And then it's got stairs that go down to a small deck that's like 12 by 14 or something that has a door that goes into Amanda's workout room. And so the wood on them in several places were rotten. The stairs going up, already had to have my uncle come and replace them because they were rotted all the way through. And then not only that, but she wouldn't go on the deck. Anyways, I wanted a nice deck to where we could go out, we could grill. She has a Traeger grill out there, and then she has a Blackstone grill in the garage that I'm going to move up there to where she has a big 42-inch Blackstone and a Traeger, and then I'll get her whatever else she needs to go out there and, roast marshmallows or whatever, if you can do that on them. I'm not sure. I need one of those fire pits to where we can roast marshmallows and like hot dogs or something. But anyways, so I end up having my Uncle Donnie come this summer, and he rebuilt the top deck and the bottom deck. The little side deck off our garage, it's like 8 foot by 8 foot. And it did take me forever. I was painting it, but also like, I would try to do it on days before work. She doesn't like me doing projects a lot on days off. She wants me to get up early at like 9 a.m. We leave for work at 1 o'clock, 1:30 every day. She wants me to get up early and do a whole project essentially, or a whole job before we go to work that day. And I don't feel like doing that. I like to do projects on my days off. And when she said we're super busy, really, we're not,
Mm-hmm.
Our work week, we work a lot of 5-day work weeks, but we work a lot of 4-day work weeks through the year too, and some some 3.
And that will be a prime time to get some extra stuff done.
But even if we're working a 5-day work week, right? Most of the time, those other 2 days is us spent sitting in our house doing nothing. We don't have kids at home.
Fantastic.
Most of the time, we don't have anything to do. We try to schedule all of our doctor's appointments or any appointment on a day we have to work so that we can do that before work. We'll go, leave early, do the doctor's appointment, and then go to work. That way, on our days off, we don't have anything to do. So you all tell us, do you all spend your days off every week just sitting at home, not having anything to do? Or is that not normal? And when you have a day off, you're actually stuck running kids around or doing stuff. So you're actually trying to find time to do projects.
We did those things. And now it's just us. And I cook on days off. I meal prep on days off. I do all the laundry on days off. Like, I still do all that, but I know how to focus on the actual day off and, go and switch the clothes over and make the bed up and, cook some food and all of that, but still get it done and get back to what I want to do. You don't. You go out into the garage and you are disappeared for 7 hours.
Sorry, I was looking for Calvin. No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
But she also, my pet peeve too, is I'll be like, I'm going to the garage. I'm going to go to the garage to do this quick project. I'll be out here for 30 minutes. Well, sometimes anybody that's ever done a project knows that sometimes they just last longer than you expect, right? So, say it's 45 minutes. She's texting me. Are you coming in? What's taking so long? Why? You said 30 minutes and now it's been 33 minutes. What's wrong?
No.
Yes.
It'd be an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yes.
No.
That's how it works. Just like last week when we had somewhere to go on Saturday and I was like, hey, you should probably start getting ready. And you were playing a game and you were like, babe, it takes me 5 minutes to get ready. Okay. We all know 5 minutes, that might be the time it takes you to pick out your socks. So
no, because I only wear darn tough socks.
It does not, but still, you got multiple pairs, so it's going to take you a minute to pick socks out. We know how this is going to work. You're going to go through your process of, which jeans should I wear? Should I wear jeans or should I wear joggers? Or what about this shirt versus that shirt? And by the way, last weekend, it was 85 degrees. And the event we were going to was inside, but it's still 85 degrees. And he's got on a long sleeve t-shirt and comes out with a jean jacket on saying, what do you think about this? And I'm like, I think you're going to get really hot. And he's like, but I'm cold right now in the house.
Yeah, because she keeps the house at 67 degrees.
Yes.
And so it's really hard to know how hot it is outside without going out there. Or sometimes I'll be like, hey, Alexa, what's the temperature out? And she'll make fun of me for asking Alexa.
Yeah. Well, you asked me before the jean jacket. You asked me and I said, it's 80 degrees. And you said, Alexa, what's the weather today? And she answered you with the same exact answer.
And said it was supposed to be 65 that night.
Okay. But still not cold, especially when you're walking from event to vehicle.
Yeah, but
that's not.
I still get cold. I like to be warm, and the outfit did look better. And so her judging me is what made me self-conscious and then made me go change.
Okay, but he changed 3 times. Me, I go in, I get dressed, I get fixed, and ready to go. It's like a 20-minute process. I am not high maintenance. Let's go.
That's not true.
And
that's false.
You are going to change through 10 different rotations of outfits. The shoes is always a thing. I finally have him on board if we have something going on the day before or whatever to pick his shoes out because it is such such a process. And a lot of times he's got to put the crap on the bottom and do all that. And so it's a process.
So sometimes
It's a whole process.
I'll give you all a tour of my closet compared to Amanda. So we have a walk-in closet in our bedroom. And after we moved in, Amanda had so much stuff hung up that it ripped the racks down.
Yeah,
so I
it ripped on your side.
It was my side, but you had stuff in there.
No, I did not.
And so I reinforced that. But now that the boys are gone, we have their 2 rooms. So I use Johnny's old room for like winter stuff hanging in there. And then Christopher's old room, I took his closet and turned it into another like shoe storage area. And then I have, when we moved in the house, Amanda got her extra room, her workout room, and I got my extra room, which is my game room, Amanda's TV watching room, and my shoe room. So I have about 200 pairs of sneakers, Air Max, Jordans, Adidas, New Balance, Asics, anything you can think of. I like all sneakers. I'm not, I like all shoes in general, dress shoes, whatever. Calvin, stop it.
Come here. You want to get up here?
You stop it.
You want to get up here? My point being,
Right here.
if we have to go anywhere, it's going to take you at least 3 times as long as it will me to get ready. At least.
No, that's not true. Sorry, everybody. Calvin is he's a psycho and he can be mean. But no. So, anyways, I wanted to go on to another topic or two here about pet peeves. So, shoot, I lost my track of thought. It's just, I know what I was going to say. So when we come home tonight, Amanda has anxiety. She has OCD. So
the real kind, not the cute, quirky.
So she's worried that, bugs are going to get in the house, or, we work with Publix. She's afraid maybe we could bring home bed bugs, or she's afraid that, this is going to get in the house, or afraid that there's going to be germs. Like, she's a germaphobe. She washes her hands, probably 300 times a day. So when we come home at night, here's our routine. We get out of the truck. We take our shoes off before we come into the house. Amanda comes in, and before she does anything, really, she takes off all her clothes, puts them in the washer, and then she goes upstairs to the shower. So that way none of her dirty work clothes can get and contaminate the rest of the house. So she does that. And if I go around the bed or anything in my work clothes, she is going to pull all the stuff off the bed and wash the sheets just because I touched them with my fingertip. And so I have to be so cautious. Or after she gets out of the shower, if I walk up and try to give her a hug while I have my work clothes on still, or even if I just don't have any clothes on and I'm just getting ready to go get in the shower, and I haven't had a shower yet, she's going to push me away and say, no, don't touch me. You haven't had a shower yet. You're in dirty clothes.
Stop.
So that's the way that works. And I'm used to it now, but is there anybody else out there like that?
Wait, stop.
Stop, Calvin. But go ahead, say what you was gonna say. He's fine. People can.
Well, that's just how I do. I'm not a troll. I don't like to think about germs in the house and all of that. So, yes, I wash my clothes, and yes, I get a shower when I get home from work, which I think most people do.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. But they don't, not touch anything or allow their husband to touch anything or them until they've had a shower, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure there's men that come home from working out in the dirt all day or doing construction, and their wife could be laying on the couch, and that man can come in and give her a big old hug and grab her up, and that wife's like, oh my God, I love this man.
Shut up.
And you're just like, oh no, you've worked at the same place with me all night. Don't touch our bed until you've had a shower, So what do you have
I don't know.
any?
I don't know.
Quit worrying about him. He's fine. He's fine. See, Calvin's fine here. I'm trying to build him a right here in the middle of us. I'm trying to think of like a little like seat or throne I could build and either build it up above us to where it sits like this high, or mount it to the wall maybe and come out. I can't really think. So when I was little, my grandpa I would always want to ride the lawnmower with him, and I would fall asleep though. So he finally built me a seat on the back of his lawnmower and then put like a pad in it, and I would ride back there and sleep the whole time while he would be mowing the yard. Calvin is doing what we call alligator time. He thinks he's an alligator, and so he like he chews on my finger, and he just chews really hard. But yeah,
He does not chew hard.
He does chew hard. He has left marks before. But yeah, so, we can talk more about this. I'm sure everybody has pet peeves, has things that they're, that other people in life aggravate them about. And, come here.
Look, Calvin. Look, buddy.
This is Calvin.
Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. Yeah. Say hi. Oh, don't you do that.
You like that, big boy? So this is our baby. Our actual kids are gone, so we just have him now. He is spoiled. He gets everything he wants. He has a babysitter when we're gone for work every day, so he has somebody to play with, and he has his own rooms. He has trampolines.
He's gonna put you down. He's gonna put you down.
You went down? Say hello one more time with that big pink belly.
Little pig.
Sound like a pig, don't you? He's like a little hippo mixed with a big hog.
You want your iguana? Get your iguana.
But yeah. Yeah, he's Gator.
He's a little gator.
So Amanda, when she wakes up every day, she gets Calvin up, or he'll paw her to wake her up, and then she'll go get his food. She'll put him out of the bed, and I didn't want him sleeping in the bed with us. I didn't think that was a good idea. So the first night we got him, I put him in his crate because I was like, he needs to be in his crate.
No, sir.
He goes in his crate. 5 minutes later, he poops in the crate and pushes it off the edge of his mat so that he could, I guess, be comfortable in there. And I took him out, I put him in the bed, and he's been in our bed ever since. And
It's his bed.
It's his bed now.
He shares.
He does share. He loves blueberries and raspberries. At night, he's very oriented on his routines. I take him to the refrigerator every night. He gets 5 blueberries and 1 raspberry, and we come back, and I throw the blueberries in the middle of Amanda's pillow, and he goes and gets them, and that way, she can give him a big kiss.
Stop.
But yeah, we'll end this one so that way he's not getting too upset. And we just wanted everybody to stop it. We just want everybody to meet him. And you all have a great one. And we'll see you on a few days.